girl, CYNETHA Jade, back at it with another live stream. Oh, most call me love, by the way. So we have a pick a pal message. Pretty cool, pretty sweet if I do say so myself. And you guys, there's differences from one pal to the next. Like, I'm so serious. And not even in like harsh ways, right? So I feel like, for the most part, high key, anyone connected to the collective who has the ability to have another person on their mind and or wish for love in a romantic connection kind of way can get something out of this, okay? Even if it's like 1010% your story or not, from one power to the next, okay? And here's the sitch. I definitely didn't plan it this way. Um, I am often, most times, if I do say myself, excuse me, am one to just like triple check to see what's going on the bottom of the deck after I understand I've gotten my cards from each deck or pile, as it were. And you guys, out of every deck used, aside from the tarot, because I only use the tarot for like the pick a pile official part of the message, right? But seriously, you guys, every other deck used tells a story that I really feel like everyone attached to my collective, anyhow, right? Like, I'll say it that way, because you guys have been really doing an amazing job at taking on some amazing tasks, okay? Things like keeping believability up, right? Flexing those faith muscles. Things like doing the shadow work, pouring into yourselves, regardless of whether or not you've got people around you to, really engage in a way that would be celebratory in nature about you, towards you, and or your existence. Makes sense. Okay, so listen up, you guys. I really want to talk about this, probably just because it's really the overarching energy, irregardless of the pile that you may resonate with. Oh my goodness, I just realized I totally forgot to take out the stones, as it were. So I'm gonna go with my original plan. I was gonna make it harder on you guys, right? And I guess spirit's backing me on that. I should have just listened the first time. um so I will be mindful to pick out. All right. This feels like okay. Oh, this one's going to be a hard one, you guys. I have no idea why. Like, at first, I kind of thought about it like that would be funny. But maybe I was actually channeling. That does happen sometimes. Hmm. That is pretty funny because I'm looking at it. All right, you guys. Hold on really quick. I don't even want to share the stones because I'll speak for myself, end up in some other rabbit hole. And I'm really trying to get this overarching energy out for the message because I promise it stands. Okay. And I promise, beautiful nonetheless. So the first deck that I consulted today was the Romance Angels. And this was at the bottom of the deck once we had received the messages for the pickup pile, right? Same deal with a couple of my archangel oracles that I have. Okay. Coming out at the bottom of the deck here, as it were. My other, uh, I picked from who's pretty awesome, although I don't know him. Kyle Gray. You guys, maybe there's some significance I'm guided to share. These are the angel decks, okay, that I was guided to. And the bottom of the deck, also angelic code. No, it's not a curse. No, it's not demonic. Yes, it's very spiritual. And yes, it's high vibes. At the bottom of the deck, we have 666 coming in, okay? Speaking of harmony, and the long and the short of that beautiful message that is, again, the overarching energy attached to us all collectively. We are all connected. I think that's beautiful. And don't mind me, I just love to talk about it sometimes, you guys, right? It's a friendly reminder, okay? So there's that. But you guys have been doing the work, and this is the time. It's like it's giving, how you would say, this is the appointed time. It's giving like a decree. It's giving like universal law says, right? Spiritual law says. All right, you guys, maybe you have watched The Secret. Kudos on you. Good on you if that was you, because you're changing your life to the point where your path is literally, materially, and spiritually abundant. Okay, this is a message coming in from Mother, Father, God. Okay, I'm kind of giving the air quotes because you guys don't come for me. It's actually hyphenated. Oh, see at the bottom there, that hyphen, mother, father, God. Here's the sitch. Sex don't have genitalia. Makes sense, okay? So this is also speaking of, again, you doing the work to produce this fruit here would high key have to include you facing aspects of duality, all right? I'm not here talking about simply and perhaps solely sexual orientation. It's deeper than that. It's way more spiritual than that, okay? Which sex too is inclusive of aspects of the spiritual path, a spiritual being's experience, of course, right? It is it is also portal energy, which kind of really is like, you know, this is giving portal energy. Maybe there's some significance to that. You guys, you know, you felt the energy previous to and the after effect afterwards, of course, that eclipse energy, that worm blood moon energy, as well as that full moon in Virgo, okay, which all separately and apart asks a lot of us, okay, especially those that are tapped in and actively doing the work, all right, lightening your body, lightening your mindsets about yourselves to unlock certain aspects of the coding referable to your meat suit, and so much more, all right. And this is exactly what you guys are currently actively participating in, which is producing this spiritual abundance, okay. So definitely, I know we've got at least connected to pile number one, gratitude being asked of us. Perform perform aspects of your own gratitude, you guys. When you do that, it creates an intention to check, are you grateful? Right? Because many of us have really been checked out in the previous timelines because that's what was asked of us to not only survive, but maybe even aspects of thriving. That's not this timeline. You're in New Earth. Makes sense? Welcome. Okay. So we live a lot differently and a lot more high vibrationally now, even referable to the everyday mundane. Okay. Which really, caution, you shouldn't be painting your everyday as mundane because you're in charge here, referable to how you see the path. And dare I say, how you co-create it. Makes sense? All right. So pile number one, we do have indicating that person A here, I'm saying it this way, you guys, because I'm not going to go guy, girl, what have you, right? I'm not going to go collective member or cross watcher, right? It's giving at best person A and person B, not that there's a contest, but just to keep it able to be, you know, followed along. Person B here, connecting to pile number one for our angel messages today, is enjoying a third eye awakening. All right. But to be fair, let's go to the crystals to give you guys a chance to pick which pile you may prefer to hear. And hopefully we'll get some timestamps later going, you guys. Much love and light. Welcome. Come on in. Make yourselves comfortable. And hopefully you smile a little while you do. Okay. You deserve the smile, you guys. Much love and light. Pile number two. See how it's like, okay, so there's like slight differences here, slightly, right? This one's a lot more flashy on the screen from what I can see. And you guys don't mind the glasses. I literally, allergies and wind and stuff, right? It's just been a time, okay? Pile three. This is real interesting. Take a close look. It's not actually a Vogel of any sort with this flat side here. Maybe there's some significance to this. Okay, let me see if I can get it to shine for you. Maybe, right? See that end there? Pile number three, okay? Something like maybe you've not seen before. Maybe, right? But anyhow, that's what I have referable to pile number one, okay? And I forgot to say what it was. This is the this would be a Vogel, you guys, actually. But this is double terminated quartz, clear quartz. And we've got the selenite wand here, as it were, or gypsum wand, basically. And you guys, pile number three, this is actually the best form of a raw aspected glass double terminated wand. All right, for pile number three. All three do have metaphysical properties. You might want to actually Google them up, as it were, right? Just to see. But pile number one, we're going to start in, you guys, and then I'm going to ring the bell. These are pretty short piles, I promise. Okay. So one or more of you connected to pile number one, whether you consider yourselves person A, person B, or not. Okay. I could be speaking to or about an Aquarius, Cancer, Taurus, Pisces, or Scorpio. Um, and we are talking love, you guys. So this is someone that you have come to know and love to some degree, whether how long ago or, you know, however new the connection is. Pile number three, I can tell you, heads up, could be interpreted as perhaps someone that you don't yet know. Okay, the other two, it's pretty kind of, you can't really, there's no wiggle room in that one. You'd have to know somebody already, right? So pile number one, your partner or you could be craving more attention currently. Okay. Pile number two, one or more of you is either elated and amused. This is a general collective, even though it's pile number one, right? Makes sense. Or one or more connected to this situation, this relationship, really can't stand the use of emojis, or the way maybe somebody like really is like, you know, and it's like, okay, looks like a damn sticker book and not a message, right? I don't know. That's just the channeling, I promise. Okay. And again, somebody could be, you know, a Taurus here. Taurus energy could be coming across as a hopeless romantic. All right. I see you, Taurus. It's fine. Right. And somebody could be really wondering if somebody else in the connection, whether you're person A or person B, is really kind of like masking up and or lying about their feelings. Like, it's like, I know you say you love me, but do you like me? Like, would you choose to eat lunch with me at school? Kind of thing, right? It's like, yeah, we're doing the most here. We've got children, perhaps, right? But if we didn't have to have all of that, would you still, is this still a thing, right? And that could be, you guys, depending on whom all ever I'm reading for. You know, it's like life be life in, right? Sometimes, you know, priorities shift and change over time, especially due to, you know, pressured aspects of the path, perhaps, right? You know, health is also uh, a part to play, you know, whether physical or mental health, right? And Scorpio, okay, just try to put some of the spikes back in. You don't have, you know, pick your battles. You don't have to be on the warpath all the time. It's coming through. I'm just the messenger, and maybe this is about the cross watcher or person B, okay? But you know, if it is you and it resonates, you guys do the work beyond being triggered. Actually, being triggered is most likely part of doing the work. Makes sense? So just the messenger, just saying, okay? But pound number one, your romance angel card here, pretty short and sweet. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. You do still have passion. This person still would choose you. Yes, you would eat at the lunch table in spite of all of their friends ragging them, right? As it were. You know how grade school children, middle school children, and hell, high school children can get down, especially at the lunch table. Love and light, you guys. 100 grand rising, Devin. Love and light, country love. Welcome, welcome. All right, so pile number one, we do have coming out of the angelic oracle cards, as it were, the miracle of nature. Oh, what is this? The miracle of prayer. Archangel Sandalphon coming out for the win, for your win. Okay. Archangel Raguel coming out to assist you with peace and harmony and all good vibes, right? For pile number one. And we've also got this peaceful. There's again that word, peaceful. Were you fearing that you missed out on some of that? Watch the mental state, you guys, because if you fear something, you are overarching the very energies, the very experiences, and the very outcomes attached to everything you don't want. So, all right, don't be that one, because if and when you should find yourself talking down the road, I knew it. I knew this would happen. They told me blah, 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 and I knew. You created it. You're a master manifester. So, again, new earth energy. Welcome. You're amazing. Please know that. Okay, so you're not actually fighting yourselves. Makes sense? Okay. Not that anybody's here to play the blame game, you versus the universe, but Universe backs you in what you say, think, and do, more than you may actually give universe credit for. So then on the back end of you knowing everything and the universe delivering what you said you knew was the truth, should the universe get the bad rep here? I mean, it's not a blame game. It's just, check what needs to be checked, even if that's you guys. We've all got to check ourselves. It's called preventative maintenance, all right? And that is par for the course of self-love, right? Checking in. Hey, you being an asshole today? How about now, right? Like, make it make sense. Make it fun. Okay, of course no one's here an asshole. That's why it's funny. It was a joke, you guys. Oh my goodness. Lighten up. All right, opportunity and change though. But bam, this is what we're talking about, referable to this connection. And again, one or more of you have natural Reiki powers. This is really supposed to be for person A, and person B, whether that's you or your person, having a third eye awakening. I'm getting with this Miracle of Nature card, definitely assist time in spite of whatever aspects of the connection are potentially triggering, potentially iffy, feeling unsafe, right? Definitely get into nature and ground down. However, you may also want to do this, since we're talking about you and your person, with your person. Make it fun, make it purposeful, okay? But make it healing. You guys could actually be very old souls, because this, is giving lotus flower type vibes. And with that green, although lotus flowers are not normally depicted in that hue, it's really referencing the heart space energy. Makes sense. So there is, passion as well as love. Again, going back to this person still choosing you. All right. Don't let the fear and perhaps abandonment issues wreck your current situation. All right. So if you find yourself like, gosh, that is true. Like I kind of do in the back of my mind wonder, like, would this person still, like, is there actually competition for me to keep this person, And here's the sitch. If you should find on the other side of checking yourself with that kind of toxic, like, behavior, I'm not coming for you. It's just, if you literally matter of factly talk about it, it's toxic, right? If you should find, because maybe you do, right, on the other side of checking that you're actually not having some sort of toxic ideation here, and that is literally the case, that ain't love, and that's not your person that is handpicked from the divine. I don't care who you want to pull out of the divine itemized list of beings, entities, and all of that. It's not a thing. Okay. So there's that. Okay. But again, you guys are doing the work, pile number one. This is why you two are attracting in the love of your life and or maintaining it. Makes sense. And Archangel Sandalphon wants you to know that any prayers that you're, placing, any petitions in the spirit realm, as it were, are most assuredly being heard. And most assuredly, you are being assisted, okay? At least, if nowhere else, by the angelic realm. I need you to know this could be really top tier, upper echelon aspect of angel assistance, okay? Because the channeling just switched, and I almost feel like I have need to like reacclimate. Excuse me. I almost feel like almost like, how like when you guys I don't know if you've ever been above, what's that called, not sea level, like if you're high up enough in a high altitude, you start to realize like your breathing doesn't seem to be taking the same effective measures in spite of the effort, right? There's just, it's, so this tells me this is like really high vibes, okay? And you guys, I already channeled that you are old soul energy here, pal number one, right? This could be telling of perhaps twin flame mission. All right, it's just it really got really high vibes, okay? And my breathing, I just had to like literally like, okay, am I getting oxygen? Like I was questioning, like, are we doing oxygen? Because sometimes in the channeling, I will just go kind of like back in the recesses a little bit. Never all the way, no worries. But I had to come in a little bit more in the forward frontal aspect of self. Again, me trying to explain the inexplicable here to make sure, like, okay, me too's breathing, right? Like, is so weird. So I tapped out a little bit. Bear with. You guys, I didn't realize we'd had Ariel come out as well, referable to this peaceful warrior energy. And whatever aspects of self, your path, and or this connection, pile number one, that are asking you to stand your ground. All right. Archangel Ariel is assisting you to stand your ground, yes, but also while maintaining your peace. Maybe that was some aspect to the breathing as well. Like it was like, you know how like after you've had like a really ugly cry session, like so damn hard, right? You just start like sometimes like you have to like really regulate. I'm not making fun of anyone. Like I do it too sometimes. Like if I allow myself to get that upset, right? And it's just like a trauma response. It was so weird. So I don't know if this person, you know, person B or not connected to PAL 1 is having some sort of, I mean, yeah, if your third eye is awakening, that could also be part and parcel of DNA upgrades because you're unlocking codes. This person, yeah, could just literally be awakening. You know how like you like wake out of a dream, like I don't even dream, you guys, but I've seen it in the movies. No, let me stop. It's rare that I have a dream. It's so funny. I think it's just because I'm doing too much. It's like if I knew everything, I probably wouldn't even want to lay it down. Like, oh no, we got to go another round? Question mark. But that's just my 2 cents. Anywho, pile number one. You could be seeing or will be seeing the angelic code 3636. Interestingly enough, reducing down to 99. Pile number 2 also had 999, so there could be some carryover energetically. It doesn't have to be the case. I'm mindful to mention it. Okay. But again, this speaks of gratitude. It says, I practice gratitude daily. I am thankful for the blessings in my life, big and small, including this relationship. Makes sense. Gratitude opens my heart to abundance and attracts. Hold on, because I gotta drive this home. Oh, you talk abundance and attraction, spiritual abundance and attraction. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, you know what's up, pile number one. You know how to be grateful. Mm-hmm. Abundance and attracts even more reasons to be grateful. So this connection, irregardless of, maybe not always from week to week receiving roses and or candies, right? Still is the connection of a lifetime, still is your match, your person, and still is justice over all of them haters. All right. And that's what I have for pile number one. Okay. So the bell has rung officially. Those that know what to do may do so now in the chat box. Love and light, you guys. You guys are doing amazing. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for pointing that out, Country Love. That's so amazing. You guys came in, said boop, boop, boop. Like, yes, let's do this together. I love it. I love you guys. Okay, let's see here, Devin. Now, it's interesting, bear with Mercury, right? Whew. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, Devin, hear me out though. That secret movie has an example in there referable to that type of plight. Okay, there's a masculine energy in there, and he's like, I can't figure this out. Why am I alone? Kind of thing. Just saying, you might want to watch it. Okay. Because then you really taking control of your path. That way, when you come to tarot, you're like, boom, I did that. Thank you for the confirmation, love. Right? I want that for you. Okay? Just saying. Not to be pushy. I just love and light my collective. I'm very protective over them. Okay? And on the other side of perhaps you taking control of your path, you damn sure do beautify it, inclusive of family, inclusive of wish fulfillment, and inclusive of love, Devin. You've watched it? Why didn't you do? Okay, so think back, scroll back or whatever to when that guy, because wasn't there like paintings? There was like paintings. And I can't remember if the guy was actually the artist or not, or if he was just buying it, right? And so he either painted and or had paintings created where it's like, no, he's with like who he likes, you know what I'm saying, whether he knows them or not. Okay, it wasn't even about like a specific person. It was about the understanding that like, of course Devin's amazing. Hello, your name's Devin, like, firstly, right? I mean, obviously there's going to be options. You just have to make sure that you're in alignment with your actual total truth about your total worth, so you're not accepting breadcrumbs, right? It's not a call to narcissism, you guys. It's a call to action, out a lifestyle referable to your truthful power. Okay, he was painting his visions country. Yeah, okay. Thank you guys for watching it. You guys, I'm smiling. My heart is smiling. Thank you. It took me a few times. I think like, and there were many nights I slept to it too. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go sleep doing this, you guys, that last 10 minutes before you pass out. And usually I don't really know exactly when that is. So I was like, okay, we're going to do this until we've gotten the thing done. Right. So I really recommend you guys, once you've watched it, you know, you paid attention to it all the way, just keep it in the background. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really going to help rewash the subconscious energy. It's one thing to be like, I am present, I am intentionally receiving this, you know, energy, education, understanding, download. But unless and until you have it like baked into you, you know, you maybe don't get as good at it as fast, or maybe don't unlock the codes referable to your own DNA as fast, or maybe the Kundalini rising doesn't happen as fast. Okay. So, you know, keep going. Proud of you guys though. Thank you for watching that. All right. So if we don't have any other questions at this point, I will definitely head on into pile number 2. And again, pile number 2 was the selenite or gypsum wand. Okay. So let me just hydrate here. I'm like, am I feeling dizzy? What's going on? Could just be the sinus though. Woof. You guys, I hope you're feeling well. So I could be talking to or about a Cancer, a Libra. Double confirmation on the Libra pile number 2, as well as Scorpio. Okay. One or more of you connected to pile number 2, just in general course, could just be known to be that hostess energy. It's like, okay, we've got a holiday coming up, and everyone's like, are you going to host us again? Kind of like there's like this understood thing that like everyone goes to collective member's house from pile number 2. Makes sense? Okay. Some of you could have actually been researching something, okay, referable to education, skill, or ability. Some of you could be researching a large type of investment or purchase here. So like shopping for a car, shopping for a house comes to mind, right? I'm also hearing shopping for a jacuzzi, like a hot tub. That's interesting. And somebody here specifically, especially if you're also Libra chart placements, could love to go fishing. And Scorpio, of course, you are that grade A AAA detective. All right, 5 minutes on a phone. You know, you got the whole CSI investigation under wrap. Right? I know that ain't no lie. All right, so don't come for me, Scorpio. We're cool. I ain't mad at you. Okay. So interestingly enough, pile number 2, we've got to talk hella about forgiveness. Okay. Romance angels brought it in, and archangels, backed it up. Okay. So this card says, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So pile number 2, you could be, going back to this connection. We're supposed to be talking about love, loving, caring connections, right? Feeling quite unheard, feeling quite exasperated. It's like, from time to time, maybe you have some aspect of desire that you're still asking, please be met, right? And the other person just is or is not getting it, and is, most likely not complying or willing, okay? There could be some aspect to someone in heaven, someone on the other side of the veil, as it were, that you would have known and loved. It could be a mother figure, or a female energy that is somehow connected to you and or this person and or this connection coming through. And so they are asking for you basically to release yourselves okay, from any type of stagnant, less than desirable energy, emotionality, and forgive this person if for no other reason and for no one else other than you, yourselves here, pile number two, okay? Whether they, I want it to be clear, like this loved one from heaven is not coming through necessarily, pile number two, to be like, they're an angel, you should just take all their shit, right? Like that's, nobody said that, in case anyone wondered who pile number two, right? But there is some aspect of learning to forgive as well that really assists you with calling your power and, dare I say, your energy back unto self. Oh yeah, I didn't say it was easy, but you're definitely being asked to do so, at least for yourself. Okay, so how would you deny your higher self coming through with the come through talking about, hey, love you, pour into you, free yourself up, forgive, right? And you're just all like, okay, I love myself. Okay, I pour unto me. I will not forgive, right? That's a blockage. You're telling the universal energies at this point, pile number two, hell no, I don't want anything I want from this point on. I want to be mad. And the universe goes, mad you are. Pile number two. Okay. Now here's the switch. Person A is coming through with a DNA upgrade. All right. So pile number one had the third eye awakening. And recall, I said perhaps you did have some energy from pile number one into pile number two. Take what resonates here. Pile, or not pile. Person B here is coming through as Earth Angel healer energy. Healer, heal thyself, perhaps. Oh, yeah. Forgiveness is always part of that. How would you truthfully love yourselves wholeheartedly without ever extending unto yourself and others forgiveness? It's not really a thing. So sorry to tell you. All right. But you can, and dare I say, you will get through this. Forgiveness coming through with Archangel Jeremiah. Jeremiah is helping you, asking you to understand as well this process. And for those wondering, what process? The process of forgiveness. Okay. It maybe is a process. Maybe it isn't just so simple as snapping your fingers or clicking your heels together. Maybe somebody's name is Dorothy. Uh, doesn't have to be the case, but you are being asked to do this to again lighten yourselves, especially if you are an Earth Angel healer energy. Let me put it to you this way: if you are coming out as Earth Angel energy and or healer energy in any tarot reading, okay, irregardless of why, and you understand that you're a new Earth energy, you're here to build it as well. You're here to be part of it as well. You're here, all right, as Earth Angel energy as well. How could you be Earth Angel energy in New Earth energy? There's too much non severability there for you to not get that this is all connected. All right. It's okay to forgive, because forgiveness is one sure way to ensure that you are on the good side of karma, that you do keep your crowns about you and it is straight and shiny, right? The opposite, maybe not so, right? Because bitterness is essentially something that could potentially eat someone. I'm not even gonna project that anywhere towards my collective, right? Just saying, I'm very mindful of how I speak. All right. So hopefully this is still clear. But that will eat somebody rotten from the inside out so damn fast. All right. Some of you, if you're being honest, ego is going, if we forgive, that, takes away our power. That takes away, credibility, street or otherwise. Right. Ego, we don't hate you, but we do damn sure gotta check you. Right. Because if and when you find ego scared, overarching energy, that's toxic. Okay, it is perhaps a valid response in the moment, right, to fear. Okay, ego is really responsible for fight or flight. Makes sense. Okay, so And a lot of us, you know, we're still, especially, you maybe noticed during that last eclipse, just saying, all right, still dealing with some residual energies referable to PTSD and more, okay? Chosen ones and trauma normally go hand in hand, referable to one incarnation uh, and the next. Okay, it's because of what you came to do. You are here to build new Earth. Okay, how could you build new Earth when you don't understand? When you haven't had the training or the experiences to understand what not to do. Makes sense. Okay, so there's that. There's some aspect of the ego here for somebody that's saying it is not safe to forgive, because if I forgive, then, you know, I'm looking guilty. If I forgive, then they're looking blah blah blah. And really, at your root, honey bun, you have to focus on the fact that no one else truthfully matters, firstly, hold on, firstly, other than yourselves in this new earth paradigm, which is highly conscious based. Okay, I need you to know we didn't hop from one planet to the next. We don't gotta, right? Makes sense. Okay, so this loved one in heaven. Let me see here. Did I do that? Okay. Connected to pile number 2. Some of your people here are pretending, masking up, okay? That whatever is ailing the situation, the connection, the love, okay, is not actually a thing for them. That would be a falsity, okay? Now, I do see this person could actually be the one. You know, I almost switched these two because I was like, Earth Angel Healer, like that's clearly my collective, right? Not that it's a contest. I don't know. Maybe that you've got a B attached to your name. That's why it was. I really almost switched it though. This would make sense if somebody's having a DNA upgrade, right? Up to that point, they probably were high key masking. Like, no, this ain't. You know, the twin flame dynamic comes to mind. It's like, no, that's not even a thing. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no, I didn't sign up for that. That's crazy, right? Um, but I'm also getting like masking up referable to sadness. It's like, oh, you know, yeah, okay, right? Stoic in the face, this person could be. It's, you know, and behind the scenes, this person is like, you know, perhaps in despair. Like, I don't even know if I can. Um, to where this person really has to shift in mentality, and beyond. Okay. And of course, I just channeled that this life is far more conscious based. This new earth, excuse me, is far more conscious based than you may realize. All right. Um, and again, the angelic code being 999 here, speaking of completion, it talks about honoring cycles of life and embracing completion, releasing what no longer serves. I'm saying this could be also twin flame vibes as well, because I get mirroring. I'm like, it's on this side and it's on this side, and it's on this side and it's on this side. So you could find that at your root, okay, maybe you and this person are still overcoming aspects of I'm trying to say, oh my god, abandonment issues, and I'm hearing trauma bond. um each ending is a gateway to create growth and opportunities. All right. And again, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Okay. Um, I did also have some other angel cards here. Move your body. Yeah, if you are going through a DNA upgrade, you understand, like, you know, at least that much. Damn sure move your body, unlock your spine, right? You really got to have spine mobility, okay? Because it does assist with kundalini as well as health. Calm down with it. Like, just get healthy, all right? Health is wealth, all right? But also there are spiritual benefits to being healthy, okay? So elongate the spine, lengthen, strengthen, you guys, for sure. The angels are motivating you to move your body as well as your energy. So you're much more than just the body, but as you move the body, you're energetically doing a whole host of beneficial. Oh my god, thank you. I just really got the highest tone in my right ear. um wow. 22 could be an angelic code of significance. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Someone here, whether this is you, collective member, or your person, pile number 2. 53 and 34 could be angelic codes of significance, which reducing down to 8 and 7 also speak to, uh, well, and the 22 reducing down to 4, this speaks to really healing through this ascension, really being assisted as well as in alignment with divine will and agenda. Okay, hence the codes unlocking, as well as closing out cycles, which we just talked about. You guys, I cannot make this up. And really, after the tone, I was guided to the portal oracle. So there was some significance to that portal energy coming through with the come through for pile number 2. And these cards talk about submerged, the curtain, and the sun. Okay, and it's really talking about this awakening process. This gives like dark night of the soul. Sun card does speak to the happiest card in any tarot deck, but it also speaks to an immense amount of clarity as well. So you could be finding that one or more of you are really emotional, really kind of feeling raw on the other side of this eclipse energy, especially. Be mindful to be grace filled with self and others. Now, this is not a call or command to be a doormat and to, place your wishes and desires and self worth on the back burner. Absolutely not. But with the studying and learning, there is some aspect of spiritual awakening happening for one or more of you. All right. And, ooh, hold on 1 second. And, even Yeshua, most call him Jesus, needed some time on the mountain alone, right? You may be finding that either you and or both of you, okay, or this person maybe need some space in order to heal up a bit, in order to go through the entire process of forgiving. And you guys, anyone wondering if you've actually forgiven, here's how you can tell. If anyone should bring up the betrayal or the offense or the person, all right, and or if and when you should mentally, okay, and you can think about it in a controlled manner where your emotionality is not spiking up and or down, and you can recall without a central nervous system trauma response, right? So no sweats, no, rapid heart rate, okay, and no racing thoughts even, right? That's when you know you've healed. It's a process. I get it, right? And ask me how I know. Do you know how many times, you guys, the divine came to me and was like, here's the thing. I know you thought you handled this, but we got a problem. Right? Like, it's like, God damn it. Like, please be kidding right now. Are you so serious? Like, there have been times personally, this is just me outing myself, where I personally like tried to have a talk with me that went like, I thought we did this already. Like, I thought we did this already. What do you mean you did? Like, tried to like gaslight myself, like as if I purposefully half-assed my healing, right? So ego damn sure needs checked every now and again, folks, right? You're not the only one. Because, left unchecked, right? My ego, back in whatever the heck kind of moon cycle that was, eclipse or not, right? It wasn't any time recently, thankfully. I'm grateful to say that, right? But, gone are the days where, gaslighting should be part and parcel of any process for any one of us. Please and thank you. Yourselves included. So double check to make sure you're being kind to you, okay? Just because you've been taught how to be a grade A narcissist does not mean you're here to be that, right? Maybe you're here to understand that so that you can help others understand, perhaps, right? And this connection could be actually telling just that as well, okay? Interestingly enough, though, referable to this connection, this is part and parcel of the sacred plan. This is still giving, this person is someone to forgive and get to better understand, right? On the other side of forgiveness, you do give yourselves the affordability and the, especially if this is like co-forgiveness, right? On the other side of that, you do make the environment conducive to then understand each other beyond the points of understanding prior to the offense, the event, the argument. Makes sense? Okay. So when you get there, don't be the one, all right, talking about, no, thanks, anyways, universe, I'd rather be pissed off because this person, blah, 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 right? See how that would block the blessing of something like forgiveness looking to come through? Um, this person could actually be texting you soon. Doesn't have to be the case. Pile number 2, okay? But can't say it enough. Learn, all right, the lesson that this person has afforded you, as they too, by divine forces, are being asked to do the same. I mean, you don't, either one of these people, right? Whether you're person A or person B or vice versa, um, you are divinity walking, right? This is not anyone to just like crap all over, okay? If you're thinking, I thought, pile number 2 is my pile, and you've got someone laying hands on you, calling out your name, punching holes in walls and doors, breaking glasses, ripping your hair, breaking your glasses, no, that's not this pile, all right? Just to be clear, okay? So there's that, all right? Now, pile number 2, interestingly enough, having said that, it's so funny because Spirit like wanted to be clear about like this person's spiritual worth, right, as well as your own, okay? Anyone, in case anyone wondered, can actually action out of some form of karmic energy, okay? Again, it goes back to hurt people, ego being hella unchecked, right? So there's that. So you both, pile number 2, take what resonates, because this isn't all aspects of pile number 2, but I'm picking up on some energies here whereby this person maybe knows exactly how to push your buttons, maybe knows exactly how to assist you with learning and growing your own soul, right? Trigger. Okay. And so maybe, heal or heal thyself. This person's assisting you to really understand how to integrate your dark side, such to the point where you're not overarching it and then shooting your own self in the foot and then being your own version of an example of what not to do. Makes sense. You can play the blame game, but at the same time, it's not the healthiest to do so, right? You got a lot more fingers pointing back at you, as they say, when you're pointing your one than you may realize, right? And especially if you resonate with being this healer energy, many of you have spiritual practices, could be part and parcel of you being your own brand or name of a company, of a reputation in the public, as it were. Doesn't have to be the case, but it's coming through as well. And so, you have to be mindful to be grounded at all times, in spite of any fuck shit, in spite of any, errant type of energies about your person. And when I say about your person, I mean more aptly stated about your environment, not this person connected to this. But it seems like you have had a moon cycle or 2, or a cycle of, maybe potentially playing tit for tat, and or simply mirroring each other's energy back onto each other in a fairly consistent manner, as well as a toxic manner. Makes sense? I see an Eurasia kind of thing, right? And it's like, this isn't just like life to be a gamble. Okay. So maybe somebody does like to gamble here. Maybe that's maybe there's some sort of athleticism connected to one or more of you in pile number 2, or some sort of training where it's like, everyone for self, not in a connection, right? Maybe there's some aspect of competition, not in a connection, right? Like, you guys are on the same team. Why the hell would you compete? Makes sense? That's not the vibe. Um, whether you're coming out as someone having a DNA upgrade or not, okay? Whether you're coming out as someone understanding to be an earth angel healer or not, okay? So, with this death card energy coming out with the karmic connection card simultaneously from the intuitive Kev tarot deck, and the 3 of Swords and the Judgment, all right, it seems like as you continue to keep yourselves open to completing the cycle with this person as you continue to action out and live out your highest vibrational timeline with your highest and vibrational version of self. Okay, this does assist the other and vice versa. You guys seem really connected. This could be high level hierarchy soulmates, all right, such to the point where like you are able to influence and or affect each other's energy. Okay, hopefully that's making sense. That will definitely get you over the hump, referable to any kind of uh, grief, sorrowful energy and emotion attached to this. You guys could ultimately become pregnant and or have recently become pregnant, and or already have children together. But this produces the high vibes outcome referable to the situation here, irregardless of children or not, which is that 10 of Cups energy. There could be some significance to the artist Fora, the rapper from the South. Okay, definitely looks like Fora. Ooh, yeah. Okay. But that's what I have for pile number 2. So those that know what to do may do so now. The bell has rung. Much love and light, you guys. Okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying there, Country Love. Okay, so he painted and kind of painted himself into a corner. That's, you guys, when you are creating art like that, when you are writing down words, okay, and cringes, it is a form of intended, um, like it's a form of channeling, but it's also a form of intentional focus, right? So essentially, that artist, Country Love, I'm referencing what you had last placed into the chat. Going back to that artist who is a form of creator, right, was literally creating his path. However, didn't have the intention, did he? That's why we talk about really retraining the brain, because a lot of people are out there in the streets, quite unfortunately, unintentionally self-sabotaging, unintentionally fighting against the very dreams, goals, manifestations, and wishes that they are intending to receive and create. It's very important that you really do that try again, and really perform that preventative maintenance referable to the mental space as well, because intention can only carry you but so far. You've got to work all aspects of the program, or dare I say programming, to really beautify your path. And thank you for supporting, Devin. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you all so much. Um, okay, so if we don't have any takers on the free tarot, no worries. Pile number 3 begins. Okay, and this was this uh, glass double terminated piece, as it were. Okay, with this flat, smooth. Maybe opposites attract, right? This side is like so smooth it's almost slippery, right? And everywhere else it's kind of like I'm trying to think of what's that glass that like really breaks apart. Is it tempered glass? It's usually green glass, I think. I forget the name of it. Dang it. But it's like, it's definitely not smooth. It's got these like dimplings and maybe even like file marks in it. Oh, I can't think of the name of that glass. That's going to bother me. All right, so pile number 3. We could be talking about, or to, a Leo, Gemini, Cancer. Double confirmation on Leo. Maybe somebody just went to the barber here, Leo, or the salon, as it were. And, you are rocking with the positivity with that glass half full mentality. I love that for you, Leo, and anyone else who can resonate with that. Gemini, watch out for people in your energy looking to sway your opinion about things. Be sure to be authentic about your own opinion about things so that others can't sway you otherwise, okay? Or away from your intuitive nature. Makes sense, Gemini? Um, and Cancer, you could be planning something like a trip, like an estate, like a case of sorts, okay? I'm also pulling Libra. who maybe actually regrets the way that you currently, or no, wait, hold on a second. Maybe you currently regret here, Libra, the way that you have recently kind of like spilled out your feelings about someone to someone. Love and light, babe. Here's the sitch. We're talking new love, though. All right, romance angels coming through with the come through. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay. Now, for those resonating with, I have no one in that category. They're coming unless you claim otherwise, right? So listen up, okay? We've got spirit animal coming out. I had to make sure I could. I was like, no, we're good. There could be some significance to feathers, eagles, Indian culture. Oh my God, I just said Indian culture and I got this weird notification from Instagram and it says Indiana. So funny. So there could be some significance to Indian culture, but I didn't already say that. Sorry, guys. Signs from heaven. It says heaven is sending you reminders of its presence. And look at the feathers there. There's definitely some significance to the feather. There's also feathers here referable to Archangel Michael's wings. Okay. There could be some significance to Archangel Metatron as well, coming through with the come through for pile number 3. Focus your mind. Oh, look, yeah, Metatron. Okay. It says, focus your mind. Angels are helping you to focus on your priorities. And, it's so important when everything's new, right? It's like, wow, you're amazing. You're amazing too. Wow, I want to spend all my time with you. Yeah, me too, right? Can you though? No, you can. Who's no, okay? Because living your best life is never a life where you are owned and always accounted for. Think of that. You wouldn't be any type of independent if you were never alone and someone was always laying claim to your access of body, mental space, heart space. I mean, it's giving slave energy, right? If I do say so myself, not to be triggering, but could you imagine, right? It's like, what's next? The leash? Like, so you just, you're just always on a leash, then you're happy with that type of restrictive behavior and movement and mentality and love? No, that would be toxic, right? So don't expect somebody else to take form of some shared toxic mindset at this, okay? And be mindful. We're talking about it because there are some people attached to pile number 3, perhaps, who would be ready and willing to spend all aspects of time, timeline, and self with this person. And you really need to rein that in, honey bun, so that this person can actually come in, because a lot of you, your spiritual guidance team, wouldn't allow for that unless and until you're ready to receive. Okay, so knowing your worth also means knowing you can't spend all day and all night, always and in always, with anyone outside of divinity. Makes sense? Also, divinity is not going to stand for that, right? Like, divinity doesn't give you perks so that you just never work with divinity, so that you just never are in alignment with divinity. That's not how it works, okay? So make it make sense. Earth and ground coming out for pile number 3. So same deal here, okay? Irregardless of whether you are with this person or not to do so, definitely get out in nature, definitely ground, definitely allow yourselves moments of circadian rhythm is coming through. I don't know what that's circadian rhythm. That could be definitely connecting to vegetation, which also has electrical impulses and things to share and emit into the universe that are also quite beneficial to beings like yourself. Makes sense? Love and light, Janice Kath. And we've got joy and contentment coming out. So, as well as, yes, this person, in case you're wondering, you are able to gift them with your presence. Okay. Not all the time, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you. Not all the time, though. How fair is that to yourself then? You're already like shooting yourself in the foot here. How could you give all of your time, all of your energy, all of you to anyone outside of you and then still be around 3 years later? It doesn't make it make sense, right? If you want this connection to be long lasting, you've got to be in it to win it. Makes sense. But as far as like, should you or shouldn't you, it's a yes. You're supported in this connection when it comes or as it's coming. Okay, general collective. So take what resonates, pile number 3. Now, person A here is definitely divinity walking, okay? Definitely protected by same as well. And person B, same deal here, because as you should, you are a generational curse breaker, person B. That's so great, Janice Kath. I really appreciate you doing the work, babe. That's so great. I believe in you. I believe in all of you guys. I literally have the best collective. You guys are so capable. And thank you for sharing that, Janice, because sometimes, I do wonder, like, okay, are they just, thinking that I'm making jokes when I'm suggesting certain things? That's not the case. And I really am rooting for you guys. That's so great, Janice Kath. Oh my gosh. See, universe is always speaking. That's how you know, you guys, when you're in alignment, shit gets easy. It gets real beautiful there. I'm so serious. I didn't say there was perfection. I didn't say you had control always and in all ways over outside forces and environments. But it gets beautiful there, and it gets easy and rewarding and abundant. And that's what I love to see for you guys. So, Janice, take away the surprise and add the gratitude, right? That's going to give you more things, like we just talked about moments ago. I think it was referable to pile number one, to have even more things to get grateful about or surprised over, right? But I don't really want you to continue to necessarily be surprised, because miracles happen every day. We are in our own form, right, and measure, way makers, miracle producers, right? So again, I'm not like coming down on you, like, oh, why would you be surprised? It's just forward focus in a progressive manner. Really switch out that surprise with gratitude. All right. And even especially before the next reason to be, okay, in that gratitude. You know what, Janice? It makes sense because um, you guys, Janice, and anyone who can make sense of this, when you have lived out some aspect of struggle, especially financially, right? Um, it does, unfortunately, if left unchecked, okay, and how do you know something until you know, right? So nobody's faulting anyone for this. But the reality of the situation is, when left unchecked, okay, you're continuing out a cycle, okay? And so during that cycle, you learn and or tell yourselves and or accept that perhaps baseline energy is really strife and worry, okay? And specifically, again, going back to that struggle, financially, uh, you know, um, struggling, okay? When you start to realize, uh-oh, now that I know better, I can do better, right? The old paradigm is always going to, not word cursing, but I want to make sure no one feels alone at this. And I want to make sure no one gives up, okay? That old mindset, that old, this is the epitome of dying unto self and having a rebirth, okay, to oneself, owning up to your own power, okay? Will try to call back. No, wait a minute. You want to worry about this? Because what if it don't work again? You just performed a whole miracle. What if it don't work again? Maybe you only get one miracle a lifetime. And that was your miracle. You found $13 on, the bench at the park. Really? Because you're in charge to really be like, that's a falsity. Because it is also. But like, you're also in charge to be like, that's a falsity. Okay? Because what we're not going to do is shortchange ourselves and shoot ourselves in the foot and tell ourselves that our truth is officially, for all days, infinitely, the fact that we were capable of producing one miracle and bearing out $13 on a park bench. That would be so sad for you. You guys keep going, okay? Because that's a falsity. And you're worth way more than that miraculous experience. So keep going. And the divine also has that same understanding. Keep going. You are worthy of all that you have experienced, referable to your goodness, referable to your fruit and your harvest, on the other side of planting seeds, but so much more than you've known even up until this point, you guys, including you, Janice. Much love and light. So thank you for sharing, you guys. You guys keep me going. It makes my heart smile to know that you guys are doing the work with me. We're all in this together, right? It's why the channel was created. It's why you don't see a soapbox here. I don't even have a microphone, okay? So we're all working the steps and keep going, you guys. There could be pile number 3, some significance to the year 2020. And or again, going back to that angelic code, you may see 2020 in confirmation of this particular reading. And it says, I embrace renewal and fresh starts. Okay. And again, we're talking from the Romance Angels deck, this new love, right? I release the old and welcome the new with open arms. Each day is a new beginning filled with opportunities for growth and transformation. Okay. So this is par for the course of someone who lives out that truth and has that mentality about themselves to find their Boaz, as it were, and or their kingdom spouse, as it were, the one. Okay. And with this world card, again, I'm not coming for intuitive Kev, but again, I'm just getting presence of ancestors. I'm just getting presence of, angelic kind. All right. Definitely aspects of light beings connected to this, which makes sense because there's so much divinity connected to this from one person, person A, to the next person B. And this could be bringing in an emperor of sorts for you, referable to this new love, pile number 3. Okay. So this could be someone in a physical male meat suit. This could be someone who is older than you. This could be someone who is, a father and or authority figure of sorts. But this is bearing as someone who's coming in to actually love you wholly. And they're not broke, busted, and disgusted either. And again, even if you guys have to build it together, it ends well at that 10 of Pentacles. All right. So part and parcel of your renewal process on the other side of your transformative process. No? Yes. That's what I have for pile number 3. All right. So, yeah, you guys definitely are healers. You definitely have healing energy. This new love connection will most assuredly be healing energy and is definitely damn sure connected high key to divinity. Much love and light. All right. Okay, let me see here, Janice. It's giving yes, and a very passionate one as well. This person could actually be low-key, high-key obsessed with you and could be watching your social medias. All right. This will perform some form of victory and success referable to the connection on the other side of them doing so. Much love and light. Thank you for those that will tip and donate, those that have expressed that the messages do resonate. I appreciate you just the same. Much love and light, you guys. I will be back at it in a few, but for now I'm going to hop off and bid you adieu. Much love and light.